But the journey to a possible referendum in 2021 continues with the beginning of the much-awaited signature verification exercise this morning. The Commission is currently inducting 400 clerks to verify the over 5 million signatures collected in the referendum bill drive to change the constitution. And Layla Mohammed has been monitoring the exercise at the Bomas of Kenya and is joining us live. Layla, what more can you tell us about the events of the day so far?
Well, Zainab, what I can begin with is the numbers, and the numbers are that 139,475 individuals had sent in their requests to be part and parcel of this verification process that the IEBC now says is going to take 40 days according to how they crunched their numbers. Out of that over 100,000 persons, they were able to get in touch with about 400 whom they now say will be key members of that verification process. I know this is going to be something interesting to note, but maybe if I can just capture the audience of Wafula Chebukati. Good afternoon, sir. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Welcome to NTV at 1. We are hoping to speak to the nation about the entire verification process that is happening here at the Bomas of Kenya. Please tell us, other than the 400 clerks who are currently ongoing with the induction process, what else has been happening since morning?
Well, since morning, today was just registration and the training of the clerks. So that's the only thing we're doing for today. And then from tomorrow they start working.
How soon do we expect the numbers to already have been finished and you to give a report to Kenyans?
Well, we have by at least 1 week from tomorrow, we should be able to tell Kenyans how long we shall take with the process.
Do you mind sharing with us the budget that you hope to use within the 40 days?
Well, issues of budget, I think, were discussed in the morning. Apparently, we have a budget of 93 million for the whole verification exercise. That's what we are working with within that 93 million.
Moving away from the referendum question, let's go into the Nairobi gubernatorial race that is happening in mid-February 2021. There has been a concern by the IEBC that those who have already been asked to step aside from their workstations, hoping to run in the Nairobi race, what can IEBC speak to that effect?
Well, we have a process. Election is a process. And there's a timetable which we have, which will involve clearing of the candidates. Now you talk about those who have been asked to step aside from work process.
Yes.
The employees, yeah,
or MPs, and they have been found
step aside as in
been removed from office.
Removed from office.
Yes.
Our position is very clear. As an institution, we follow the law, and our fidelity is to the law. So what does the law say about those who have been asked to step aside or impeached? If you look at the Article 75 of the Constitution on state officers, and then you look at Article 180 and 193 of the Constitution, they are very, very clear that if you have been impeached, then you cannot seek an elective position. And then read that together with the County Government Act. So as we just follow the law as it is. And during the clearing of these candidates, the returning officer will follow the law. That's what is expected of him. Yeah.
Maybe one final question. There have been proposals that there will be several questions for the referendum. What is the IEBC position on that?
Again, IEBC will follow what's in the law. And the referendum is again a process. We'll expect that after this signature verification, the bills will be sent to the counties, from the counties to Parliament, and then we shall get a request to frame a referendum question or questions. And whatever we frame will be subject to approval by the Parliament. IEBC frames the question or questions, Parliament will approve the question. And it's at that point in time that we can have this conversation as to whether it will be a question or questions.
I think that's
Let's wait for that moment to come.
That's a very good place to leave it at. Thank you very much. Wafula Chebukati here, the chairman of the IEBC Kenya. You have heard from himself on the various issues that he has spoken to in this morning's verification of signatures, ideology that is happening here. 40 days for the verification process to happen, over 23 million shillings pumped into this function. The IEBC officials who will be working on this process will be here, based here at the Bomas of Kenya, to ensure that system goes as smoothly as possible. On the issue of Nairobi County, they say they will be strict towards what the law says, and those whom the law says will not be allowed to vie for any position after being either impeached or found guilty of any charges within, then they will be in a position to be not allowed to vie for those positions. So from here, I take you back to Zainab in studio.
All right, thanks, Leila, for that very detailed report. And of course, speaking to the IEBC chairperson there, Wafula Chebukati, on that issue. We'll be getting more details from Leila later on.